Welcome to Lubera, the Swiss fruit and berry plant producers and breeders. My name is Markus, I'm founder and breeder of Lubera, and today our subject is fresh autumn tea. We have selected a population of Camellia sinensis, which is rather winter hardy, especially in UK and northern Germany, and which will survive or survived our winters in the last 3, 4, 5 years without any problems. So we are thinking about bringing this tea to the market, and of course we are learning about the ways how we can make real tea out of our Camellia sinensis plant. Though the origin of our Camellia sinensis plant is southern Korea, in the hillside, where we have also a rather rough climate, where it's becoming rather cold, and that's the reason that these selections are very winter hardy, especially for northern Germany, for Holland, for other seaside countries, and of course UK. Here we will test 3 types of tea. So first we have a normal black tea, here the Bunting tea, which is the most important tea here in northern Germany. Then we have younger leaves, and we have cut them a little bit and disturb them a little bit so that they give their ingredients easier to the hot water, and because tea is hot water and a little bit added to it. And then we have older leaves, and then we have this wonderful blooms of Camellia sinensis, which is blooming now in October, November, December. And I've learned that the blooms of Camellia sinensis have the same ingredients as black tea leaves, Camellia sinensis leaves, and they have a wonderful perfume, which is a little bit like marzipan, and so I like it a lot, and so I'm wondering if out of these leaves we could make a good tea. So wait a little bit and we will have a look to the real tea. So now we have given hot water to the different types of tea, here to the nice tea flowers from Camellia sinensis, then here to the very old leaves of Camellia sinensis, and here to a little bit younger, smaller leaves of Camellia sinensis. And now we have to wait some minutes. Of course, the black tea here is becoming very black now, so it's fermented. These are not fermented, this is fermented, so it will be much more impressive, this one. But we have a little bit of comparison when we are comparing these 3 types of fresh tea with the old-fashioned black tea. So now the tea is finished and we have to test it now. We have all 4 varieties of tea. Here we have a classical black tea, very black belly tea-like. And we have the tea out of the younger leaves, and the tea out of the fresh tea out of the older leaves, and a very nice green color now. And I think that the tea out of the older leaves is a little bit more intense green. And then we have this wonderful tea out of the Camellia sinensis flowers. It's yellow-green, very yellow, very nice to look at. And yeah, you know, eating and drinking goes also through the eyes, so it's very nice. And now we test all 4 varieties of tea. One of the best things of the flower tea is the flower perfume. When you look with you and drink with your nose before drinking, really, it's very intense flower perfume. A sweet flower perfume, which is a little bit like marzipan, again here, like in the fresh flowers. And again, the same impression you have by drinking it, and later on in the nose, it's the flowers and the tea aroma, which is very round, very flowery, and very agreeable to drink. And then we have the tea out of older leaves. The nose, the perfume is very green, grass, perhaps a little bit of rhubarb or of fresh hay, which is just done fresh. Green also, but rather round in the mouth, with a tea-like end of the drinking. So a very nice green tea out of fresh leaves. And the third variety is the tea out of younger leaves. Almost no perfume, interestingly. Not very interesting for the nose. You have the end, which is tea-like, a little bit of bitterness, of black tea bitterness, but very, very low level. So the tea out of the older leaves seems for me much more impressive than the tea out of younger leaves. So, and of course the black tea, which is very black. Which for me now, if I compare all this tea, is the less interesting one. It's too dark, it's too bitter, it's too tea-like, and for the moment I like these finer ones here of fresh teas. My favorite by far is the flower tea. It's fantastic, and you can do it only in autumn when the Camellia sinensis is flowering between October and December, January, and we are at the moment we are selecting special varieties which are flowering more in autumn, because we think that this flower tea of Camellia sinensis flowers is very interesting, and I like it. And then the second one, also very impressive, is the fresh green tea out of older leaves, which is a good thing. So if we would have to, I was thinking that the younger leaves would be better in autumn, and I'm not right. The older leaves are more impressive, much better, and which is a good thing, though. You can take some older leaves, you can have not to destroy the tips of the branches, taking off the younger leaves, so it's a good thing in autumn to use a little bit of the older. Of course, you will not have to take all the leaves off the tea bush, which wouldn't be very productive, but if you have a nice tea bush like this, you can have 5 or 10 times a special fresh tea time with your own tea in your garden using our winter hardy new tea varieties. So I'm very pleased with these types of fresh tea, which till now nobody knew that it was possible. We are used to use this type of teas and other types of fermented teas, which is green tea or grey tea or whatever, and we are not used to produce fresh teas, which is possible if you have your own tea plants in your garden. Enjoy! Where have all the flowers gone? I know where. Here you go to Lubera UK with all our breedings and thousands of more plants. Here you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, and now pick the flowers.